Welcome to KRL.
He's going on the outside, down the inside. Rob Dog on Wilco. Oh, don't touch, fellas. Side by side, nothing in it. Hackett and Thorpe. Thorpe and Hackett. But V8 man is very, very close. Is he going to have a go down into the hairpin? Oh, Wilco stays out wide. Leaves the door open for Dane, and Dane goes down the inside and takes the lead, but now Wilco's going to have a crack back from here. On the outside, can he get it done? Jimbo breaks a little bit early. They almost touch, but Jimbo comes out the final corner onto the start-finish straight, and I reckon he's going to hold on. Wilco, yes! It's riding in 11th, Mr. Wright. Looking to go down the inside of Nobby Doldrums, and he's going to get that job done. And I reckon Barters, is he going to win out? Can he hang it around the outside? They touch, but Mighty Murph gets through. Nights a week, Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, here on the Kid Buyers YouTube channel.
It's time to go racing for KRL.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. That's right, it's time to go racing. And it's a brand new KRL season. 10 grueling rounds as we crisscross the globe to find out who will be crowned the KRL champion. Tonight, the big boys come out to play with Tier 1 Round 1 here at Zolder. As we take a look at these names, 19 drivers. 17 in fact, excluding 18 I should say, excluding myself, as we take a look at Kart Dude. We are in free practice, and as I take a look to see whether my co-commentators are on a lap or not, I speak of none other than Rob Dog and Jason Wilkinson. And fellas, the nerves, the excitement, it's all happening. Round 1 is finally upon us, and big hello to you this evening.
Yeah, no, thanks, Trev. It's looking like a pretty exciting race. The nerves are certainly there. It's been a while since I've jumped on a simulator for a while, so and Wilco's been up and about with it for the last couple of weeks. So I'm starting off in a weird position tonight.
Wet quali. Oh, here we go. So yeah, so that 128 we're expecting for pole just got thrown out the window as it's a nice wet quali. But it looks like in about 10 minutes it's meant to dry up. Well, not dry up, but less rain. So it's going to be pretty spicy here. I'm excited.
He's excited, and so should you be at home. Like we said, a little bit longer than Tier 1. Of course, Tier 1 being last night. Thursdays is when the Tier 1 boys come out to play. A slightly longer qualifying session, a 20-minute qualifying session, followed by a 45-minute race. And as you heard from Wilco a moment ago, it will be wet here at Zolder in Belgium. We can already see some cars going off the track. I think that might have been Dean McKinnon going off the track there. That's nothing new, but as we see Mighty Murph now, our favourite New Zealander, he's he's all on his own tonight, isn't he? He's the only Kiwi in the field. What's happening?
Nemo should be here too. Nemo's racing.
Oh, make that two. Make that two.
So
we've got
two of those. Yep, I'll make sure I don't say anything bad, but 2 Kiwis here, Brew.
There we go, Aussie Thunder joining the party, says, wow, it's wet, good luck fellas, and they're going to need it as we see all the drivers come out on the track. And Centre Skew, I think I've said that.
Mate.
Centre Skew, I've had a couple of drinks.
Brad will have you.
I know Brad will be watching up there in Nowra in New South Wales, but also a Centre livery. You sure that's not Brad Wilco? There in that car?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Hopefully he'll be watching out there. But Dono Aha says, I made it for the stream. Let's go, Binger, let's go. And the famous Bingerling, who's in the lineup tonight, Binger King 33, and it'll be great to see him tonight. But we're going to check some on-track action, and I'm just trying to see how is that circuit, Wilco? Well, we've got Jason Wilkinson reporting live tonight. How's the conditions out there given the rain?
I've just done 2 corners, but it feels tyres are a bit cold. But you can definitely see off the track there's some water there. So I think you want to keep on the black stuff is probably the way to go.
Great advice from our man Wilco. Keep it on the black stuff. Keep it all pointing in the right direction. And that is a very good start indeed. But let's take a look at this track, of course. It's got a bit of a checkered history. 1982, of course, it's hosted Formula One, the 24 Hours of Zolder, and many other events. And it's a bit of a tricky circuit, a pretty narrow circuit, it has to be said. A couple of chicanes there before we go back on to the main straight. A few passing opportunities, but not too many. As we can take a look at that track map in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. You can see drivers on a hot lap in the blue colour. That means they are on a hot lap, so a good indication.
Other way around.
Oh.
Light blue is out lap or invalid lap. Grey is flying lap.
Grey is the flying lap. Sorry, my monitor's not picking up all those colours, but still, thank you for that, Wilco. But as we take a look at Wilco, in fact, who's about to start a hot lap here, and we might ride on board with this man. Just a tick over 16 minutes remaining in this session, so very important to get a hot lap in nice and early, especially given these tricky conditions. As Jimbo Jones currently on provisional pole position with a 1:36.531. But as Scott has joined us, he says the smart money is on the 3 Bs, Barters, Binger and Bob on the podium. That's going to be interesting, Scott. Pretty bold prediction there, as all Wilco having...
She's a bit moist.
A bit moister than an oyster, you might say. Wilco having a moment there, so that ends his hot lap. We might... get back to you a little bit later on, Wilco, because Cart Dude now, who's currently in provisional pole position, and boy, doesn't this throw a cat amongst the pigeons, or a cat amongst the chickens, as Rob Dog might say, because Rob Dog having a little bit of a moment there, getting out of the way of Cart Dude, our favourite Taswegian, currently sitting on pole position with a 1:35.7, as Craig Bartley says a shopping trolley is going to be faster than Barters tonight. A little bit controversial there, Wilco.
Yeah, it sounds like with that last name, I'm pretty sure he knows Barters quite closely. So here we go, trying to get back out with a nice fresh car, and we know the track conditions now, so a lot slipperier, or a lot more slippery than you think, but you can't really actually see the wet stuff. So here we go. Here we go
then, Wilco. We'll leave you to it, Wilco. We'll get back to you in a moment. But as we take a look, Cart Dude's around now.
Oh, you dick!
and we can always count on the chicken Führer himself in Rob Dog to get a little bit spicy in commentary there. I take it Rob Dog had a little bit of a moment there, and the track conditions are damp. And you don't have to be a genius.
Mate, there's a moment, and then there's Cardi having a fucking moment.
You don't need to be a genius to work that one out, that's for sure. As we take a look at DJ Mac 96, who I think that's Dean McKinnon.
Dino.
Yep, it's Dino, who's been good enough to join us all the way from New South Wales. As Bullermeister says, come on, Matterford. That's a new name. That's a new face, a new name here. Wilco, you've been
Jared.
Jared. Oh.
Jared Madford. So yep. So, yeah, he's going to be pretty quick in that McLaren. He's one of the boys from the Aesthetic Corsa group on Facebook, so he wanted to join, and here he is, Trev. The afternoon you shall receive.
And how good is this? Hi, Kano. He's joined our stream as well, and Craig Bartley says, this is quality. Keep up the good commentary. Well, we're doing the best we can here at KRL, and it's great to have everybody with us tonight. 18, Wilco, 18 people watching the stream. Have a look at this. Scotty Jordanson, Craig Bartley, Bullermeister, and Kane Leishman. Keep those comments coming in. We'd love to hear from you. But meanwhile, out there on the track, let's get back to business. Mighty Murph with a 1:34.881, and Big Dick Johnson 8 tenths behind him, along with Cart Dude. So It seems as though the track is finding a little bit of grip, as we can see that 134.8 there from Mighty Murph, everybody's favourite Kiwi. If you're not a fan of Nemo, and I know there's a few fans of Nemo out there, but with less than 13 minutes remaining in this session, it's going to be very interesting to see what our good friends Wilco and Rob Dog can do. But we might just recap here. Mighty Murph in the number 51 Porsche. He's, like we said, currently on provisional pole position. Big Dick Johnson there in P2. Can't do down to P3. Jimbo Jones. A little bit of controversy there last night in his battle with Nemo. He was very apologetic in the post-race interviews. But Jimbo currently in P4. Righty in the pink Porsche there. The man, Mr. Right himself, currently in P5. And then it's Binger. Well, it was a gold Nissan, but now it's more of a yellow Nissan. In fact, he's currently there in P4. Yep, Cart Dude in P5. So Binger looks as though he's gone even quicker there. Jimbo Jones down to 6th ahead of Righty and Barters 81. And the Barters fan club is up and about tonight, so don't forget to keep your comments coming in. And Nemo, the man who was involved in a bit of a controversial incident last night with Jimbo Jones. And as we see Matterford, the number 88 in the McLaren there coming out on to the circuit. So, well, I was going to say about traffic being a little bit of an issue, fellas, if you're not on a hot lap, as we see Rob Dog behind Voodoo at the moment. And Rob Dog, is it a matter of just finding that grip, finding out where the best lines are before you start your hot lap tonight?
It's a little bit of everything. Unfortunately, the Bentley is just eating these wet tyres, just absolutely overheating them.
Dry tyres.
Well, I tried the dries, but they just didn't want to do the thing, mate. They're just a little bit too cold for the Bentley. But yeah, it's a bit of everything. That qualifying lap usually consists of having a lot of clear air, which is hard around here, a decent setup, obviously, and big balls.
Big balls.
That's all you need. Yes, a classic. Was that James Hunt, that classic?
James Hunt, yep.
Sterling Moss and James Hunt, that interview. Big balls, that's all you need. As great stuff there. We'll leave you to it, Rob Dog, as you get ready to set a time. And speaking of times, it is still, make that Wilco now, who goes up into provisional pole position there. Just ever so, it's ever so close there at the top, isn't it, between Wilco and Mighty Murph. And I do apologise, Wilco, we missed that 134 flat that you just put in then, but how did it feel, mate? It all looked pretty hooked up.
Yeah, it's feeling a bit more grippy now. On a fine lap now, still. So going through turn 4, 2 tenths up, so the track's definitely coming to you now. I'm starting to get a bit of heat in these dry tyres.
There we go, you heard it from the man himself, reporting live from the cockpit of that number 19 Porsche. The man from Carrum Downs doing very beautifully indeed, currently on pole position, and he's looking to go even faster here tonight as he comes through the chicane. You can see the track drying up a little bit as he has a bit of a moment there through the chicane, but he's sticking with it here on this hot lap. You can still see the rain coming down, and so that is going to be interesting to see whether how quick this track is going to be. Still, the track temperatures are damp. As Craig Bartley says, here comes Barters. We might just ride on board with Barters, your man Craig, who's currently sitting in the pit lane and not doing an awful lot at the moment. We'll get back to him, Craig. Thanks for joining us. But look at this. How good is this? He says he wants to know what's Barters in a Hyundai XL. I tell you what, he's not doing that badly, though. It is Aston Martin. Big shout out to Sebastian Vettel, who's joining Aston Martin next year for the 2021 F1 season. He says fastest he's been all night. This Craig Bartley up and about, fellas. It's great to see these comments coming in on the live stream. 19 viewers, so we've gone one better than last night as well, Wilco. So these numbers outstanding here for the round one opening night of KRL.
Yeah, looking good. I'm still on a flying lap here. Someone's off on the outside.
Don't worry,
so
we'll leave you to
time.
it.
So track's getting up, track's getting past us. This could be good last 8 minutes here.
There we go, 8 minutes to go in qualifying. We'll leave you to it, Wilco, who's on another hot lap. And 18 drivers here tonight, 20 people now watching this live stream. It is a privilege to have your company, and it's a privilege to be at your place wherever you're watching right around Australia. Almost cracking into Big Darryl Eastlake there. I know I did it last night, but it's bloody absolutely magnificent to have your company. And with less than 8 minutes to go in qualifying, we're going to recap this order and get your comments coming in. We'd love to hear from you beautiful people out there watching this round one of a new KRL season. That's right, KRL Season 1, Round 1, Tier 1. All of the ones lining up, and Wilco now, he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. But he's currently on pole position with a 134.0 and the boss ahead of him. But he's diving off into the pit lane there. Mighty Merv in P2 there at the moment. Rob Dog. So Wilco, Mighty Merv and Rob Dog, your 1, 2, 3 for this evening is Cart Dude having a moment there. And off the circuit, he's gone back into the pit lane. Mr. Wright, the man in the pink Porsche now coming onto the circuit. So these drivers finding a bit of grip at the moment. As we see Dean off to the right there coming out onto the track to start another qualifying run. But you can see there Voodoo all the way down in 19th. And also Anton Senna as well. Senna-esque. I'll get that right before the end of the night, that's for sure, as Big Craig Bartley says, "What? Crunching tackle super commentary for Big Darryl Eastlake. Who can forget about Big Dazzler?" As we see Matterford off to the side of the track. I've got to kick back into the Kid Byers commentary. Just gets me every time, Wilco, the old Big Dazzler. But yes, memories of the old F1 coverage back in the day as GRT 02. One of the Tier 2 boys, Wilco, says, "Bring the rain."
The winner from last night, remember?
Who could forget? Who could forget the man who dominated? He absolutely dominated the race from start to finish. And how good was that? GRT 02. Big hello to you, mate. Our Tier 1 winner, our first round for Tier 2. Winning last night, of course. But, well, with less than 6 minutes remaining in this session now, it is Mighty Murph with a 133.3 as we ride on board with the boss. But I've got to say, who is going to beat that time of a 133.3 before this session is finished? Don't forget to stick around because we have a 45-minute race coming up for you here at Zolder in Belgium. And Super Crunch says he's got 120 kilos of pure hell and he's absolutely going for it. Big hello to you, Super Crunch. Thank you for joining this live stream tonight here on Assetto Corsa Competizione. As we see 5 drivers in the pits, make that 4 as Righty is coming back out. But what is the boss doing down there in P15, I hear you ask? Well, we're going to look at the timetables. And once again, it is Mighty Murph quickest in Sector 1 and then Righty quickest in Sector 2. Into the 30.6s, and then it's Mighty Murph back quickest in the final sector. But Craig is back on the stream. He says Bardas is not a mud runner. If someone so much as spits on the track, it's sideways central. Big support there. Slightly taking the piss, I reckon, with your man Bardas81. But thank you nonetheless, Craig Bartley, for your comments. And boy, oh boy, isn't it magnificent to see you on the stream tonight. But let's take a look. Let's recap this action with 4 minutes remaining. It is Mighty Murph, the New Zealander, who'd be pretty impressed with that time, I reckon, of a 133.321. And it's Wilco 7 tenths behind him at the moment. And the question is, where is Wilco going to find this time? And you can see those track conditions still damp, but it does appear to be drying up ever so slightly. So it's going to be down to the wire here, as we're assuming Wilco is on a hot lap. No, he's not.
Nah, they made a little mistake there. So let's get the temps back up and we'll go for it again.
All about getting those temperatures back up. You heard it live and exclusive from the cockpit of the number 19 Porsche, the man from Carrum Downs. And Carrum Downs, one of the great places. We'd like to acknowledge everybody at Carrum Downs, all the residents there, past, present and emerging, as we see Wilco getting ready for another run here. Rob Dog, who's not too far behind him there, currently in P3, so good results for our man Wilco and Rob Dog, who are also Rob Dog as well, the man from South Australia, the man who did a 36-hour shift, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely magnificent effort there from Rob Dog, the chicken Führer himself. Hopefully he's got the work phone off, because he will need to concentrate tonight if he is going to get the win against Mighty Murph and Wilco and the rest of them. And I speak of none other than Can't Do, the man from Launceston in Tasmania. And from all reports, there will be a public holiday down there in Tasmania if Can't Do can get the win tonight. So we'll just wait and see what happens there, as he's got a bit of traffic in front of him in the form of Matterford there, and all over the road. All over the road, and now he's off the road. So he's kindly got himself out of the way there for Can't Do. So we take a look at Big Dick Johnson, righty, coming into the pits, or out of the pits I should say. And then it's Big Dick Johnson coming onto the circuit now, number 66 in the Bentley. Not quite where this man wants to be, 1.5 seconds off the lead at the moment. But let's hope with 2 minutes to go in this session, he can improve and go better than a third row start for this race. Ayrton Senna there. Good to see Ayrton back. It's been a while. He's currently in P7, 1.7 seconds off pole position, so not good for him. Barter's 81. You might need some more words of encouragement there, Craig Bartley. I know you're still watching, because your man Barter's 81 only in 8th position so far. And then in 9th, it's Jimbo Jones ahead of Being a King. And then it's Nemo outside of the top 10. And Matterford in P12. We saw Matterford go off a moment ago. And then it's Dean McKinnon, who's, I can just hear Dean telling kid buyers to get on with it, go past me. There we go, Bob Hoskins, number 15, in 15th place I should say. And then it's the boss and Voodoo, the Nigerian Prince, our Tier 2 champion from our very first season here on KRL. And don't forget the Nigerian Prince from Dubai, currently down in 17th position. Then it's Nobby Nuts Racing. Why don't you have a little nibble on Nobby's Nuts? And that is magnificent there in the purple Bentley. And then it's yours truly as Richard Who'swood. I thought it was Richard Hammond there for a second. I got it wrong. He says go righty. So one for the righty fan club as Nobby Nuts goes off the circuit. But less than a minute to go in qualifying. And Wilco's out on the track. Rob Dog is in the pits. And Rob, P3 at the moment. Almost a second off pole position, mate. Are you happy with your session so far tonight?
Yeah, I just couldn't get the drives working in the apparently dry conditions. So, you know, I'm happy with 5th. It's, you know, it's a 45-minute race. Anything can happen, and it usually does, Trev. But that's the thing, you know, like, You can be the quickest at qualifying, but a 45-minute race, it's almost a mini enduro. I mean, it's still a sprint race, especially for these cars, but it's a long time to concentrate on a circuit like this, very tight and twisty. A lot of traffic around for 45 minutes, so it's a big challenge for everybody. As Trev is trying to sober up.
I think he's pulled his mic out, Trev, you there? So anyway, I'm still on a lap here. Here we go.
We are back.
Looking
Sorry
very
about
good
that.
through the chicane. He's jumped it. He's looked. He's an absolute idiot. And he's looking pretty good at the moment over the hill, coming into the chicane. Hitting the brakes as hard as you can, looking for that early apex. Not quite getting it there. This lap is pretty much a write-off, but it's a good little view of the circuit here. And you've got to try and be flat as you can through this corner here. Very difficult though, with a little bit damp, dry tyres. And you can see the car twitching over the hill there. Another big braking zone. Now this is quite an early apex as well. We want to get right in there. Just missing it there, Wilco, but understandable in the conditions. Almost straight lining that little, I wouldn't even call that a chicane. It's basically part of a straight. And again, another chicane. Very, very tight and twisty the circuit, like we said, just not getting in good enough there. You want to sort of be slow on the entry into that second one there to get a better exit onto the main straight, but looking very good for second there, Wilco.
Yeah, that as you said, that chicane absolutely fucked me. So Murph, good job, mate. That's good. But look at that, top
Great
7
stuff.
by 9/10. That's good. I like it.
Great stuff. 9/10 of a second separating your top 7 from Mighty Murph, who would be pretty impressed with that, I've got to say, down to your good self, Rob Dog. I do apologise, I lost the audio there for a second, but there we have it, the end of qualifying. You're going to love this, Wilco. 22 people watching this live stream, as Big Richard says, bit slower than your dry times. That is for sure. Craig says this is quality driving.
It's wet again. It's rain again, but it's going to dry up in 15. So it's a greasy track, which is dry as Rob, just so you know that.
Thank you, mate. I already knew that.
So, yeah, so it's going to be dry tyres, but the first 5 or 10 minutes is going to be very slippery. So this is going to be pretty exciting here. I'm excited. It's round 1.
It's exciting. It's exciting. Round 1 here. We might go to the intro, Wilco, and then we will be racing here for round 1 of Tier 1 here at Zolder. Here we go.
Welcome to KRL.
Going on the outside, down the inside. Rob Dog on Wilco. Oh, don't touch, fellas. Side by side, nothing in it. Hackett and Thorpe. Thorpe and Hackett. But V8 man is very, very close. Is he going to have a go down into the hairpin? Oh, Wilco stays out wide. Leaves the door open for Dane, and Dane goes down the inside and takes the lead. But now Wilco's going to have a crack back for him around the outside. Can he get it done? Jimbo breaks a little bit early. They almost touch. But Jimbo comes out of the final corner onto the start-finish straight, and I reckon he's going to hold on. Wilco, yes! It's Righty in 11th, Mr. Wright. Looking to go down the inside of Nobby Doldrums, and he's going to get that job done. And I reckon Barters, is he going to win out? Can he hang it around the outside? They touch, but Mighty Murph gets through. Nights a week, Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, here on the Kid Buyers YouTube channel.
It's time to go racing for KRL.
Here we go. Welcome back. It is time to go racing. It's round 1 here at Zolder. It is Mighty Murph on pole position. Alongside him, here's Jason Wilkinson. And we've got a very green track here tonight as we get ready to go green. And look at that Super Crunch. The first corner is going to be a bit of a worry as it's green. And it's go for round 1 of KRL. It's great to have everybody's company with us. And Wilco gets the jump on Mighty Murph, who slots down into second place. Cartoon there, right behind Mighty Murph in third, and Anton Centre up to 4th. Absolutely magnificent start from Centre, and Jimbo Jones down the inside of Big Dick Johnson. He's going to slip it down the inside of Big Dick Johnson, and he gets the move done. And Big Dick Johnson, they touch, but he manages to get the position, and now Rob Dog. Oh, look at this, the Chicken Fuhrer. He says, Alvita Zane, Big Dick Johnson, and now he's going down the inside of Jimbo, and he's got that done as well. So 2 moves for our man, the Chicken Fuhrer, but it's Jason Wilkinson leading here on lap 1, 45-minute race here tonight at Zolder. And Craig says this is brilliant. Richard saying let's go nuts, and Richard saying is that a penalty for Wilco? Very controversial early on, and I think that's a yes, a drive-through penalty for our man Jason Wilkinson. Comeback drive, we'll leave you to it, Wilco. No, he's not going into the pits this lap. He's got to serve it within 3 laps, of course. That drive-through penalty, as Kilroy says, yep, that will be a penalty. We can see it on your screen there. Drive-through penalty for car number 19 being our man, Jason Wilkinson. As Supercrunch says, for what? Jumping the start? Yes, he did go slightly early. Not for the first time, I'm sure, but Wilco going slightly early there and off into the lead. So I guess it's a matter of just trying to... We might as well stay there now, Wilco, and try and build that lead, which is currently 1 second ahead of Mighty Murph and Cartoon in third. In fact, it's Senna in third at the moment. Ayrton Senna Senna-esque. However you say that, I struggle with the Q's and the U's and the E's. But anyway, Senna there currently in P3, Cartoon P4, and Rob Dog hunting them down in P5. Jimbo Jones in P6, the man who finished second in Tier 2 last night. And I would think so, says Kilroy. You are absolutely spot on, Kilroy, and it's great to have your company with us tonight. 22 people still watching this stream, and it's absolutely magnificent to have your company wherever you're watching us right around the world. This is opening night for KRL. As righty, it's pink versus purple, as it's Porsche versus Porsche there. Jimbo versus righty, purple Porsche versus the pink portion. Righty fancies a look at Jimbo here as the battle for P6 continues. We go down to Dean McKinnon. Oh, Kid Byers, what have you got the camera on me for, Kid Byers? As we see that drive-through penalty, you can see race control there, number 19, Jason Wilkinson. And it's with a heavy heart, I've got to say that our man Wilco has to serve a drive-through. As V8 Man says... It's gonna have to be a drive-through, then a Lewis Hamilton type charge back up into the points, that's for sure. But Voodoo says, V8 Man, I'm really sorry, came over the rise and had nowhere to go. Drivers peeled at the last minute. So Voodoo, a man of many talents. Big shout out to Voodoo, the man who does our graphics here at KRL. Absolutely working beautifully there, Voodoo. But he's had a moment down there in P17, and V8 Man along with him is, speaking of having a moment, Dean McKinnon, the man from Parramatta there, letting Barters through. So Barters up to 8th now. And then it's this man, Matterford, Billy Madison there in P10, ahead, or behind, I should say, of the boss who's now got through. And Big Dick Johnson, who, well, he was in the top 6, wasn't he, in the early part of this race, but now he's down to P12, and then it's Nemo behind him, one of 2 Kiwis in this field tonight, and then Bob Hoskins as well, the classy Englishman from Perth over there in Western Australia, and Nobby Nuts Racing all on his own in the 199 Bentley. Down there in 15th, and Binger in 16th. Say hi to the kids, Binger. It's we don't want to see you down there in 16th, but then it's the Nigerian prince who wants your bank account details. Otherwise, he will come around to your house and beat you. That sounds a little bit weird, but V8 Man in the pits. So hopefully we haven't seen the last of him, but it's Mighty Murph in the lead now. Cartoon in second, less than a second behind him, and then it's Rob Dog in P3. Our man, the Chicken Führer, the South Australian, the proud South Australian, Rob Dog in third. So then it's Wilco. So where is Wilco going to come out? Where is he going to feed out 14th? That is not, well, we asked the question and we got the answer. Wilco down there in 14th, so it needs to be head down, focus. You know what you need to do, Wilco. It's saying you're 11th on our screen, but you know now you're 13th, now you're 14th. There we go. It's updated as Senna. So Senna is in the pits. Great to see Ayrton Senna back. It's been a little while. Only 26 years or so, but Senna out into the pit lane as well. He should be able to handle those wet conditions pretty well, I should say. But Wilco in 14th, our man, needs to chase down and have a nibble on Nobby's nuts there. You can see a little bit further ahead of him in 13th as Voodoo, Kilroy, Super Crunch, Richard, 2 Richards, Lowe and Hugh Sward and Craig Bentley all joining us on the live stream. 19 people watching. Great to be at your place wherever you are right around this beautiful land of ours. Bob Hoskins up in 12th, Nemo in 11th, and Big Dick Johnson rounds out your top 10. 4 laps down, 38 minutes to go here in round 1 of this new season. And look at this, things have settled down a little bit. It is Cart Dude maintaining that gap it's to Tasmanian versus a Kiwi at the moment for 1 and 2. And don't forget about our man, the South Australian Rob Dog, who is just biding his time. He's got front row seats to this battle for the lead. And I'm sure it won't be too long before Rob manages to strike east and maintain that. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but anyway, he is in P3 at the moment. Then it's Righty, who's 4 seconds off that battle, so you haven't got much pressure there for P3 at the moment. Rob Dog, as Richard says, it is Rick Oztech supporting the T1 boys. He says, go Righty. And great stuff, Rick Oztech, one of our legends from Tier 2, of course, who is joining us tonight. Richard, great to have your company, a.k.a. Rick Oztech. And it'll be good to see you next week, friend, for round 2 of this championship. But keep your comments coming in. We would love to hear from you. Don't forget, later on in this race, we'll be voting for our driver of the day. So don't forget to get your votes in the comments section below. As there we have it. So Righty now, currently in the pink Porsche. He's
nibbling on Nobby's nuts.
He's nibbling on Nobby's nuts. And I do apologise, Wilco. We had some technical issues there. We probably couldn't hear the game audio coming through, but that has been rectified at the moment. So there you have it, Righty in P4, and we're going to go and see what other battles are going at the moment. Big Dick Johnson is right up behind Matterford at the moment in the McLaren. Bentley versus McLaren. Gets in there, Lewis. Matterford, get in the bath, clean it up, mate. And good stuff indeed. So plenty of support there from Vander James Hum. He says, get in there, Lewis. And Big Dick Johnson putting all sorts of pressure on here at the moment. But Big Dick Johnson, he wants that P9, doesn't he? And he's getting very close to Matterford and the boss. But Vander James Hum, God, I love that name. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because Big Dick Johnson is getting ever so close, isn't he? He's just inching forward, and he's going to be putting those inches down the inside, I reckon, soon, because here we go. It's battle for P8, P9 and P10 as Matterford runs slightly wide there, but Big Dick Johnson can't make the most of it, and he can't get the move done at the moment. But Nemo is down there in P11, Bob Hoskins in P12, Wilco, who's already had a bit of a nibble on Nobby's nuts, and you are through, Wilco, up into P13.
Yeah, went around the outside of turn 2. Good clean racing there by Nobby. So now to catch up to these boys in the front here and see if I can try and get into it. I'm aiming for a top 5 here, so let's see what we can do.
Top 5, there we have it. Our man having the drive-through penalty for the jump start at the beginning of the race. So now it is his job to put his head down and focus on trying to get that P5, top 5 position. That's what our man's aiming for. As we take a look at Nobby Nuts further behind and Ayrton Senna, who's already made his pit stop. You can see there in the green next to his name, it means that he has made a pit stop. And Binger King 33, who is having a quiet race down there in the yellow Nissan down there in 16th, but it's still good.
He's made his pit stop though.
He has made his pit stop, that's right, so we'll keep an eye on him. But then it is the Nigerian Prince from Dubai, who's down there in the gold Ferrari, the black and gold Ferrari, down there in P17, and he's having a few issues at the moment, but the legend Voodoo, I'm sure, will be...
2 for 1.
Oh, Wilco is something...
I think Nemo tagged Bob, and I just went around the outside of him, so that's P11 now, so that's right.
P11, we've had a moment there, and Bob Hoskins is off the track, and you can see he has just collected Nobby Nuts Racing as well at the back end of that incident. So Bob Hoskins there outside of the top 10 now, but the lead is getting exciting at the front between Muddy Murph, who's going to be extremely sweaty at the moment over there in Auckland, because this is going to be very, very tight indeed. As V8 Man says, all good Voodoo. Being a lag spun in front, and I tried to avoid them. Bam! Don't stress. And Rob Dog says, I'll take some of that, please. And he's up to second. Unbelievable. The thief of the night. Rob Dog 96, the Chicken Fuhrer, saying, hi, cut dude, Alvita Zane. and just getting some living space. Laban's around there. Rob Dog up in a second, but now he's off. Oh no!
Fucking sausage curves! The bratwurst! Fucking the bratwurst!
And the big bratwurst with a steely look in its eyes caught out our man Rob, and now he's back down to third with all of that hard work undone. But Rob, hang in there, brother, because it won't be too long before you get back in battle. Can't Dude Righty now is only a second or so behind Rob Dog at the moment, but up into P4, and then it's Jimbo Jones all out on his own. 20 people watching. Oh, how good is this? Opening night of KRL, the Kid Buyers Racing League, a brand new season, and it's an absolute pleasure to bring you this broadcast tonight with 18 drivers racing here at Zolder in Belgium with 32 minutes to go in this race. As you can see, Mighty Murph leads the Kiwi. He'll be pretty excited about that. I reckon he won't be pissed off, so that's a welcome change ahead of Cart Dude there in P2, Rob Dog in P3, Righty. And as Richard says, Righty, try the undercut on Rob Dog. So you can see there the first 11 have not made their pit stops. Senna, Barters, Binger, Voodoo and V8 Man all have made stops as we're on lap 8 of this race and less than 32 minutes to go here in this one as we take a look at Jimbo Jones in that purple Porsche, the number 91, and Dean McKinnon, who's I'm having a pretty good race here, Kid Buyers, and I'd probably appreciate it if you didn't mention my name. So thank you for that, Dean, the man from Parramatta, who likes to just keep to himself a bit up there in Parramatta, but he's not in lockdown, so good for you. The boss, the boss is off the track, and he is around, and he's done well not to clean up the boss or anybody else. Well, he's cleaned up himself, I should say, but I should say Big Dick Johnson just getting through there and managing to avoid the boss now, who's down to P8, Matterford in P9, or P8 I should say. Yeah, we're just waiting for those to update, but this man stopped everything because Wilco is inside the top 10. And boy, he is well and truly on the comeback drive here, Wilco. We are rooting for you as we see the boss go into the pits. Grazie a tutto, grazie. I love you guys. And we will be hearing that for Aston Martin next year. But Wilco, you're inside. You're up to 9th now. Not just inside the top 10. You're well and truly up there.
Yeah, got some good pace, which again is always annoying once you have to do an extra pit stop. But yeah, got some good pace. His last lap was a mid 130, so we're looking pretty good on the green track. But still got to make one pit stop and still a long way to go. But let's hope a few boys come together, and my outright pace should hopefully get me back up into P5. That's what I want, P5 after a drive-through, and that'll be good.
You heard it here first, P5. That is the target for our man Wilco here tonight. And we will keep you updated on his progress. But 20 people still watching the stream. And that is the beauty of a YouTube view counter in the bottom right-hand corner. And Greg Bennett says, tell Murphy Ambrose in the pits. Good stuff from Greg Bennett. Great to have your company with us here on the live stream tonight, as it is for everybody. Richard Vander, V8 Man, Richard, Greg, everybody on the stream. Oh boy, it's a pleasure to bring this to you, because look at this. Lap number 10 of this race. It's Mighty Murph, who's out in front just by the skin of his sack, ahead of Cart Dude in P2, and then it's Righty who's creeping his way up towards the battle for the top 2, and then it's Jimbo Jones and Dean McKinnon, who's changed his PSN name to DJ Mac 96 there in P5, and Big Dick Johnson, who's not too far behind him in P6, Matterford in P7, the new boy there, and he's got a lot of people behind him here tonight in P7, and we'll go up to P8. So the comeback drive, we keep hearing it from our man. He wants to finish P5, and he is willing himself. And everybody down there at Carrum Downs, big hello to you. Hopefully you will be out of stage 4 lockdown soon. Same with everybody in Scoresby, Victoria. And we'll all be able to go back to Sinbad's or Huey's Bakehouse, Wilco, at some point in the future. Big hello to you, Shep, who hasn't checked in tonight. as the boss is off the track again. Unfortunately, he's been spending more time on the grass than Ben Cousins in a postseason for the West Coast Eagles, but the boss now getting it all together and back on the black stuff and back up into P13. But Rob Dog, who must have made his... Have you made your pit stop, Rob? You're currently outside of the top 10.
Yes, I've made my pit stop, so had a bit of damage to repair after meeting that sausage curb, which was really unfortunate. Made a really nice move on Cardi, and the sausage curb was like, I'm a breakfast, and now I've got to start climbing through the field, but I know that Wilco still has to pit, and so do the two boys at the front, so hopefully a bit of an undercut might work. I'm not sure.
Yeah, brand new tyres around this place are awesome.
There we have it.
It's very easy to get a bit of graining on the tyre, just a wear, so I'm going for a late pit stop here to hopefully charge through at the end. So that's my race plan. Race plan. As talking and driving still doesn't work, Trev.
So it doesn't work. We'll leave you to it, Wilco. Head down, like we always say. Our man Wilco in P8. Rob Dog, who might be nibbling Nobby's nuts sooner than what he thinks, because you can see there Rob Dog on your screen. Currently in P12, or in fact is Nobby. I think Nobby's down in P15, so he might be a lap down there. I think, Rob, you're in P12, and he's coming up as being a fair way behind you on the timing screens. But the Nigerian prince, who will come to your house and beat you if you don't give him your bank account details, he's in P16, and then it's Bob Hoskins. Oh, hello there, Bob. Oh, do you want to come over and fix the sink and fix the Wi-Fi? You're at it as well. Oh, that's a bit cheeky, isn't it? But hello to you, Bob Hoskins, a great man and V8 man who's sitting pretty in the pit lane there, up there in Queensland. Probably 23 degrees up there at the moment, and little chance of rain, as it's great to see Mighty Merv out there in the lead, representing New Zealand here tonight, and everybody from Invercargill. Or is it Auckland? I'm not too sure, but a big Kia runner, or Kia Ora I should say, to everybody watching there in New Zealand. And Kart Dude, oh no, Kart Dude is off the circuit. That battle for the lead, it was less than a second, and now the Taswegian has gone off the circuit in the Mercedes-Benz, the number 5, the turquoise teal blue car. He has gone off the circuit, and that has let Mighty Murph off the hook, and he is up into, well, he was already in the lead I should say, but he's out in the lead by 4.5 seconds now. So that was a costly mistake from Kart Dude there. And Righty still in P3, just quietly working his way up the order, and Jimbo as well. Big Dick Johnson now in 5th. As you can see, the top 8 yet to make their pit stop, and that bodes well on the strategy front for the rest of the drivers. The top 8 yet to make their stop, and the bottom 8, or the bottom 9 I should say, have all made their stop. So there you have it, the first half of the field yet to make their pit stops, while the last half have been into the pits and out again. Mandatory pit stops, of course, for tonight. And you can see that track temperature there, 24 degrees, air temperature 24 as well, and the track still is green, and those crowds are starting to gather. Wilco, is there any chance of a sprinkle of rain later in this race?
Let me check. Next 15 minutes is still cloudy, so it's all good.
Well, there we have it, next 15 minutes, it's a bit like Jeff on the F1 game, isn't it? Rain in the next 15 minutes, rain in the next 15 minutes. Shh. And then nothing happens. So there we have it. So we'll wait and see what is going to happen here. Will this be a spicy end to this race? As, geez, I've nearly muted my own microphone there, Kid Byers, but keep it together with 24 minutes remaining. 24 minutes in this race, as Greg Bennett, the man who's always up and about on these live stream comments, he says Nobby needs to adjust his nuts. And that is a very controversial comment, because Nobby Nuts is down there. Oh, look at this. He is well down the field. It's saying he's 2 laps down, Greg. So your man, Nobby Nuts Racing, needs to do something down there in P15. He is outside of the points. And there we have it. Caleb saying turn the mic down a bit. We can do that. Here we go. Let's just turn it down a bit. Hopefully that's a bit better. As I told you it was too loud, didn't I, Wilco? But 23 people now watching this stream. Thank you, Caleb. Keep the comments coming in and the feedback as well, because now we've turned it down. Jesus, we'll get this right. We've only been doing this for 3 years, Wilco, but now we've got it right. But 24 people now, Wilco. Unprecedented numbers on this stream.
Yeah, looking good. I might get you to be my race engineer for a sec. Where is Alan on the track? Because I feel like I'm actually closer than I think.
Here we go. We're just going to we'll stop riding on board with Nobby Nuts at the moment, but we'll take a look at Wilco, and we don't need to take a look at Wilco. Mighty Murph, whereabouts is he? He's coming into the last sector at the moment.
Oh, okay, so he's about 20 seconds. Okay, it's popped up now. Oh, Manford's off. Here we go. Gonna send it.
We are halfway through. Not over yet.
Well, there we go. Not Mighty Murph. You can hear the race engineer there. And hopefully that's a little bit better, Super Crunch. We're just sorting out the audio issues at the moment, but on lap 14 now, it is Mighty Murph, our race leader, who is into the pits. And you can see there now into the pits. So Big Dick Johnson goes up into P2. And Big Dick Johnson now Matterford in P3 as well. As thank you, Caleb. And we're just sorting this out here at the moment, but 21 minutes to go in this race. And you can see there 15 laps having been completed here at Zolder for round 1 of this championship. As Suzuki says, Ohio gozaimasu. And a big hello to you as well, Caleb, Super Crunch, Suzuki, all joining the stream with 25 people watching it here. It's round 1 of KRL. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for 2 races each and every week, Tier 2 and Tier 1, both from 8 PM Eastern Time.
Here. Come on.
And Wilco, have we got some team radio there? Wilco, what's going on?
Yeah, look for the car behind Madford there, because me and I'm all over him. Let's go. Come on. I've been catching him a lot the last like 5-10 laps. So here we go. Time for some action.
Here we go. Time for some action. Matterford and Wilco. The battle for P2. Our man Wilco, who has been into the pits, and now he's back out again, up currently in P2. Well, you haven't been to the pits, have you, Wilco? I beg your pardon. You've only done your drive.
Technically have.
Yeah, technically you have, but technically you haven't, so it's not coming up. But you can see there Wilco and Matterford, as Matterford inherits the race lead here as well. And the pressure is on this man, the new boy in the McLaren, as he's trying to hold on to P1, but it could be Wilco in P1 very, very shortly, as Suzuki 123 says big hello to you, Super Crunch. As Super Crunch says, g'day Suzuki. But Matterford and Wilco there, the battle for P1. Oh, the pressure's on as we come onto the start-finish straight. And it's going to be Wilco. And I've got to say, Wilco, there's no pressure on you, brother, but there's 26 people watching you at the moment. So down the inside, and Jason Wilkinson leads this race. The man who had a drive-through penalty at the start of the race tonight now goes into the lead, but he is yet to make a pit stop. But it is Wilco in P1, Matterford in P2, Nemo coming across the line in P3, and then it is Cartoon in P4, Centre up to P5, but you are in the lead, Wilco.
That was a nice move. Oh, that was good. Alright, head down now. I might pit this lap actually. Get fresh tyres on and go for it, try and get this P5.
There we go, we'll leave you to it, Wilco, but thank you. Craig Bartley says, great racing. I'm off to bed, hope to catch Barters finishing when I wake. The race isn't going to be that long, you've only got 20 minutes, Craig, if you want to hang in there. But it is great to have your company nonetheless. Common Centre-esque number 12. Thank you for that, Suzuki. Let us know, Suzuki, where you're tuning in from. If it's not Japan, then let us know what country you are tuning in from, because with less than 19 minutes to go, 16 laps completed in this race, and it is that man, our man, Jason Wilkinson, 19, the man named after Jason Dunstall, who kicked more than 1,200 goals in the VFL AFL, and nobody outside of Victoria will probably know that, Wilco, as you come into the pit lane for your stop.
Oh, that was a good stint there. I think every lap I did was in the 130, high 130s, low 131, so it's pretty consistent, which got me back into this race, sort of. Not for P1, not for P2, but let's see what these brand new tyres can do, and see if I can get that P3, Trev, or P5. That's what I'm aiming for.
P5. We're going to get back to the on-track action. We'll leave you to the pit lane there, or Wilco, as I've guessed correctly. As it seems that Suzuki 123 is from Japan. So ohayo gozaimasu and arigato gozaimasu. And thank you for tuning in all the way over there in Japan. Thank you for that. As Dano Aha says, what an overtake by Wilco. And thank you for those comments. Arigato. As the Japanese might say. And Craig says, Barters always finishes strong. I look forward to him moving up in the second half of this race. So Craig Bentley, thank you, and sleep tight. Thank you for watching this stream. He's off to bed at the moment, but we have got 17 minutes. Craig, are you sure you can't last another 17 minutes in this race? Because it is...
hello, Rob.
No, I thought you were going to come out just behind me. I got spun by Jimbo. I was right on the tail of Roddy. He had to get my rifle place back.
As it is, well, there we go. That's going to be an interesting battle, isn't it? Wilco and Rob Dog, my co-commentators, reporting live from the cockpit of their Bentley. Is it a Bentley? You're in a Bentley, aren't you, Rob, or an Aston Martin?
I'm in a Bentley, yeah,
I beg your pardon. Yep, the number 84 Bentley for Rob Dog, and Wilco in the Porsche. You can see there 7th and 8th for Rob Dog and Wilco respectively. But it is Jimbo there in P9, not too far off. Well, he is now. He's had a bit of a moment there behind you, Wilco, and he's currently a few tenths off as Dean McKinnon down there in P10. Big Dick Johnson just outside of the top 10 at the moment. And then it's Nemo in P12 and the Boss in 13th. And let's take a look at the drivers lower down the order, as it's the Boss and Binger in 13th and 14th respectively. Then it's Nobby Nuts, and everybody's had a bit of a nibble on Nobby's Nuts tonight. He's down there in P15, and Bob Hoskins 8 seconds further behind him in P16. Voodoo Child in P17, and oh no, an error has occurred in the following application.
Oh, quick, jump back in. You should be right.
It's there we go.
What happened?
I don't know. It's just crashed. It's crashed on me. Anyway.
Well, you get back into the lobby, and Rob and I will keep commentating. So, Rob, I'm all over you, mate. What's going on?
Not even all over me, you're way behind.
Alright, 1
Don't
second
lie to
between
the
us.
audience, why would you lie to everybody?
Oh, I've gone for a move on him. I've got it. He's absolutely shitting himself. As the old technical, maybe throw the intro while you type in the password, Trev, so no one sees the password.
There we go. We'll go to the intro.
Welcome to
Oh,
KRL.
I've gone too deep.
He's going on the outside, down the inside. Rob Dog on Wilco. Oh, don't touch, fellas. Side by side, nothing in it. Hackett and Thorpe. Thorpe and Hackett. But V8 man is very, very close. Is he going to have a go down into the hairpin? Oh, Wilco stays out wide. Leaves the door open for Dane, and Dane goes down the inside and takes the lead. But now Wilco's going to have a crack back from here. Around the outside, can he get it done? Jimbo breaks a little bit early. They almost touch. But Jimbo comes out of the final corner onto the start-finish straight, and I reckon he's going to hold on. Wilco, yes! It's Righty in 11th, Mr. Wright. Looking to go down the inside of Nobby Doldrums, and he's going to get that job done. And I reckon Barters, is he going to win out? Can he hang it around the outside? They touch, but Mighty Murph gets through. Nights a week, Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, here on the Kid Buyers YouTube channel.
It's time to go racing for KRL.
Welcome back. We are back. We do apologise for that brief technical difficulty we experienced there. We did get kicked from the session, and you can see that message there saying enjoy the stream. And it's a lot easier to enjoy the stream when you can actually watch it. But lap 20 of this race, round 1 of the new Tier 1 season, as the comments keep coming in. Aussie Thunder says, oh no. And Kilroy saying the dreaded blue screen. And Vander James Hum says, let's consider it an ad break. With thanks to our corporate partners, I'm Greg Rust, and welcome back to our stream. Thank you for that, Rusty. Thank you, Vander, Aussie, and Kilroy, because we are back. And, well, that's how well we're travelling at the moment, fellas. We're still over 20 viewers. A crisp 26 being the top tonight. And as Kane Leishman says, what's the theme you have for the PS4? I think it's the classic PS2 theme. There, Kane. Hi to you, Kane, and thanks for joining us. The classic PS2 theme, a bit of a throwback to the PS2 days. What a great console that was. But Cart Dude leads.
I do the same.
From Ayrton Senna in second, Mighty Murph in third, Barters in fourth. And Craig was getting stuck into his man Barters, Craig Bartley, who's off to bed at the moment. We've just got to tick over 12 minutes remaining in this race. Rob Dog and Wilco. And I've got to say, will there be any... well, there's not going to be any team orders here, is there, fellas?
Yeah, Rob, multi-21. Yeah, multi-21.
Well,
mate, you don't get multi-21 out of 84, mate.
Alright, multi-1984. Multi-1984.
And it seems, Rob Dog, that Wilco is going to make his own decisions today, and we'll have protection as usual, and that's the way it goes. But Aussie Thunder says...
My league, my rules.
My league, my rules. He sounds a bit like Bernie, you know, that's the way it needs to happen, you know. He said there's no room for democracy here as Wilco in P7 up behind Rob Dog. Right up behind him as Aussie Thunder says, I'm on a chat. And look at this, Rob Dog has made a mistake. He stays on the inside, but Wilco is putting all sorts of pressure on our man. The Chicken Fuhrer is always up against it. He looks to go across there ahead of Wilco, but Wilco's going to find a way past here. He gets a better run out of that corner, and now it's only going to be a matter of time, I reckon, before this move is complete. We'll go down the inside. He's just going to fully send it. They touch it.
No!
Oh, Rob Dog.
Well, that was bad.
And
watch out for these two. These three.
Wilco's facing the wrong way.
And, no.
And Rob Dog is now battling with Dean and co. Jimbo Jones as well, if you don't mind. And, oh boy, what happened there, fellas?
Close racing, just racing incident.
Shit happens. It's all good. To be
It's
fair,
his
I probably
fault.
should have
Penalise him. At least
backed out
5
a little
Grand Prix,
bit,
at
but-
least. Fucking, yeah, take away his penalty points.
But now that's going to make it a good, like, 5-way battle now, so that's going to be good. That's all for the stream. All for the stream.
No, that's just good, close, hard racing. That's all that is.
Nothing wrong with that.
And that's right,
Quite me.
of course. If you no longer go for a gap, you're no longer a racing driver. Thank you for that, Rob Dog. But Cart Dude leads this race. It is the Taswegian sitting
really?
pretty. 4.6 seconds ahead of Mighty Murph, and then it's Ayrton Senna, Senna sempre, and Senna mucho, as he's in P3 there as Dano Aha and Suzuki 123 logging in from Tokyo in Japan says this is close.
Oh! Far, yeah, that was close.
And you sounded
Dean.
a bit like
Dean.
Big Darryl Leash like and Big Darryl Leash like rest in peace Darryl, but Senna in P3, then it's Bartas in P4, and then it's Riney in the pink Porsche in P5, Big Dick Johnson in P6 and Jimbo Jones in P8. But don't forget about the Chicken Fuhrer, Al Vida Zane, and it's going to be interesting to see with less than 10 minutes to go how much Lebensraum you can catch up there, Rob.
Yeah, I'm got better pace than him. I've got better pace than Big Dick as well. But Jimbo's just all over the fucking place. What are you doing, mate? Just get out of the way. Get out of the place. Get out of the way.
Hold him up.
No, fuck off.
You know what the weird thing about that is? We didn't make contact because I got no penalty thing or I got no damage. So we both just I don't know. That was weird because I got no like warning for causing a collision or any collision thing, and I got no damage at all. So I think
Maybe
I
they
spun
just
on the
realised
curb.
it's just. Well, I felt a contact, but like it wasn't. You know what I mean? Because my car was already unsettled anyway, and that just little nudge just took it away.
Might get a replay of that, Trev, maybe.
We could get a replay of that, but this battle, this
true.
on-track action is too spicy. It's too spicy, as Scott Jordanson says. Great attitude, guys. Glad you're having fun. And it is great to have your company. And Greg Bennett says, come on, Jason. GRT can take that move. And Suzuki123 says, a horrible place to overtake, as I expected to see the outcome.
Agreed.
Thank you for that. And
Well, it's about to go again.
Oh, it's going to happen again.
Oh!
It's going to happen again. Look at this. Wilco with front row seats to this battle, and
Suck
Rob Dog
it.
up ahead of him.
Send it.
And basically, you just need to fully send it. Thank you for that, Max. But Rob Dog, oh, look at this. Jimbo.
Jimbo, what are you doing, mate?
It manages to keep his nose in front, but Rob Dog is not done with yet. The number 84 Bentley, he is looking. He's had a look, and he says, I'm going to take it down the inside. He's trying to basically fully send it.
I'll go drive through.
And now he's going to drive through penalty.
That sucks.
For car number 84.
He's just sent me wide.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my god!
And it's all
It's just gone tits up.
It's all gone, tits up. And as Bill Laurie would say, oh, it's all happening here, really. Oh, when you think about it, it's
Who were you on board with during that instant? Because I almost saved it completely, but
there we have it.
Oh,
Car
God.
Dude. What is going on, fellas? You're meant to be the draw card, the the marquee attraction to this stream. And it is going tits up at the moment, but Car Dude leads from Mighty Murph. That gap now 3 seconds. It was a lot more than that, but Ayrton Senna in the Brazilian livery there in the Audi, the number 12 Audi, is up in P3. And if you're not the winner, you're the first of the losers. But a big hello to everybody in Brazil, part of the Ayrton Senna fan club. And I'm still convinced that's Brad, but anyway, I'm sure I'll find out it's not. But riding in P4 in the pink Porsche.
damaged.
And Big Dick Johnson in P5. And, oh, look at this, Dean McKinnon as the number 84 Bentley of Rob Dog. Going through the pit lane there and clearing that drive-through penalty. So where does that put Rob Dog, I hear you ask? He is still
12.
inside the top 10. No, he's outside. In fact, he is in P12 with 6 minutes to go. Rob, you've got plenty of work to do.
Yeah, it's a write-off at this point. I just got to hope that Wilco spins enough now, which is probably
I've got
not going to
about
happen.
10 seconds of damage, so the car's a little bit left-hand down, but we'll be alright. We'll push on. We'll try and get this what is it? 876. P6 is what I want.
That's what I wanted to, and then I don't know what happened, but I think
Jimbo
decided.
gave you a little side-by-side through that corner. Was never going to happen.
No.
And then it was all I saw was a spin. I missed you and missed Jimbo, but then spun it on myself because I was all over the place. Might go get a replay of that Trev though. Could be some pretty crazy stuff going on there.
Well, we're going to check that out, a replay. We're going to keep an eye on what's going to happen live. But there we go.
I'll tell you what's going on.
Number 19. There we have it, Jason Wilkinson, and we might ride on board with the onboard camera now. And we're about, what are we? We're about 5 minutes behind. So you can see there, Rob Dog. We're going to skip through and try and get this battle. You can see Jimbo up further ahead. And he's getting closer, Look at this, look at the Jimbo there. And then Rob Dog not too far behind him. And this is where our man Wilco has a bit of a cheeky look down the outside. And the board's coming, it's not too far away. You can see there, we're going to keep, there we go, Rob Dog off the circuit into the gravel trap. And then he makes contact with Jimbo. You can see he comes back onto the track, now comes across, hits Jimbo, and he is off. And there we have it, and Wilco getting involved as well, just losing that, getting distracted, losing the back end of the car, and that is how that happened. And you can see Matterford coming through there for good measure. So not good at all, as we are going to return to the live action. It is Cartu on lap 26, the Taswegian leading this race. As Richard says, I thought last night was bad. Clean up the driving, boys. So Richard, very scathing in his assessment of the Tier 1 action tonight.
Mate, does Richard even know how many fucking career titles I've won on F1? Jesus.
Alright, Jacko.
I think it's 137, isn't it, Wilco? But anyway,
It's a ridiculous amount, isn't it?
who's counting? And yep, it's great. You can be anything you
Dino,
want to be.
come here.
Yeah, you can be anything you want to be in the esports world. But Cartoon leads, Mighty Murph in second, Ayrton Senna in third. Senna sempre, Senna mucho, and Ridey in fourth. Big Dick Johnson, he's just been
Vote for your driver of the day.
slipping
sorry.
himself up to P5. And it's about time you vote for your driver of the day. Don't log on to the F1 app, of course. Just comment in the live stream. Who is your driver of the day? Is it Cartoon? Is it Mighty Murph? Is it Senna? Is it somebody else? Let us know in the comments. And we've still got 19 people watching this at the moment with less than 3 minutes to go in this race.
Oh, Dean, come here, mate.
As Wilco right up behind Dean McKinnon. Hey, Jason. You
Yeah, mate.
gonna pass me, mate, or what?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking send it, eh?
You just need to fully send it. There we go, and remember to hydrate. And Richard says 137. I'm still yet to get one title, says Richard. Thank you. Thank you for that, Richard. But boy, oh boy, what a night we are having here at the moment. We are just about, well, we're almost done here, aren't we? But 137 titles, that's a fair way off for our man Richard, but keep your comments coming in and let us know your driver of the day. But up front it is Mighty Murph in P2 at the moment, looking for P1 I should say, and even one race that is, as Richard says, yeah, even one race. And Dunno says it has to be Senna, Ayrton Senna, up there in P3, so keep your comments coming in and your votes for driver of the day. We would love to hear from you, everybody out there, all part of the KRL family. It's been a pretty hectic night. The rain has managed to hold off in the race. We saw it in qualifying, but we didn't see it in the race. But well, this might be, will this be the last lap? It might indeed
Lead
be.
on the final lap.
Final lap, yep. I think this might be the final lap of this race. So Mighty Murph just 1.3 seconds behind. Can't do now. He needs to keep it clean if he's any chance to get the victory, not only for himself but for everybody in New Zealand as well. Representing the Kiwis, Mighty Murph making up half of the Kiwi contingent. As Kane says, driver of the day, it's got to be me. Big hello to you, Kano. Great to see you again. And Richard says top four have been solid tonight. And I've got to say, Richard, I do agree with you. So who is your driver of the day, Richard? Please let us know in the comments. It's a bit of a toss-up between Cartoon, but boy, oh boy, that gap is closing, isn't it, Cartoon? He's only got, well, less than half a lap now to hold off Mighty Murph. Tasmania versus New Zealand here. And it's going to be Mercedes versus Porsche. Something we're pretty used to seeing, a Mercedes taking victory in any form of motorsport, really. But Mighty Murph's very, very close. This could be right down to the wire here. It's coming up to the final chicane. Wilco, head down, focus. And Suzuki says, I'll go with the top three. Thank you for that. Arigato gozaimasu. Suzuki 1, 2, 3. But Cartoon comes out of the final corner. He's going to get the win here tonight. He's going to hold off Mighty Murph and take victory here in Zolder and take the win in round one of the new KRL season. Mighty Murph finishes half a second behind him in P2 as we see Ayrton Senna sempre go across the line. Ayrton Senna takes P3. Ridey coming across the line now for P4, but the racing continues, of course, with Big Dick Johnson.
Ah, yes, P11! Sorry.
Cyber Dino, come on!
Oh, look at this. It's not over yet. The battle for P6 between Dino and Wilco. Dino. Oh, Wilco on the inside. He's got a good run out of the final corner, and Wilco's just on his nose ahead. Oh, look at this. Wilco and Dino. Is he going to get it done? Oh,
Yes! Oh, what a race!
10 thousandths of a second.
Oh.
I think you've got him. I think you've got him in the end there.
Yeah, got him. Oh my god. Dean, That was the best fucking finish of the race. Holy shit!
I'm not sure.
We're on the outside.
I'm not sure as we see the flares go off. I'm not sure we can swear you two boys. We're going to have to keep you in check as Nemo kamikazing into Matterford there. I shouldn't say kamikaze, should I, with our Japanese viewers with us, but there we have it. Our bonsai, but the race is finished. Rob Dog outside of the top 10. And Barters...
Get a replay of that last lap there, Trev.
The boss, Nobby, will take a look at that replay. Keep your comments coming in. Disconnecting with 5 minutes to go. But we'll go to the number 19 car and see that final lap battle, which was absolutely incredible to watch. We're just trying to flick through here. You can see how close you were. You must have gained a fair bit of time on that last lap, Wilco.
Yeah, he made a little mistake at turn 2, and then I got past him as he went a little bit wide at turn 4. Oh my god, Nemo just killed me. Woo! Thanks for destroying my my car there, Nemo. But yeah, that was the best last lap I've ever had, I reckon.
Let's take a look at it here. You can see Dean McKinnon from Parramatta in New South Wales ahead of the man from Carrum Downs. Currently feeling a bit etchy in stage 4 lockdown. But hopefully Dan the man can get that sorted out. V for Voodoo says driver of the week nominations, get them in. You're spot on, Voodoo. But have a look at this. We're just looking at the replay now, Wilco, of your final lap and your run on Dean McKinnon there. And look at this out of the last corner. In fact, hang on. We'll just fast forward. Sorry, I was a couple of laps down there. This is the last lap now, and you can see there. Look at this, Wilco and Dean. The battle was on between the two of them.
Was it Senna, the last guy? Sorry. It was Brody, Allen, Senna, P3?
Yep. Your top 3.
Okay, cool. I'm going in. Yep.
And you can see there's Suzuki saying that is very bad attitude and sportsmanship by Nemon. I think he means Nemo, as Wilco saying, can't do your driver of the day. And Greg Bennett saying, do gets man of the night. And Kilroy saying driver of the week is Cart Dude, so it's looking like Cart Dude. But have a look at this as our man from P2 joins the party. We're just having a quick look at the replay here. The battle was on for P6. You can see there Dino on the inside saying, oh, what are you doing, Wilco? Like, and down the inside there, Wilco just with a nose in front and getting ahead of the man from Parramatta. It's Carrum Downs winning that battle for P6. Awesome race. Thank you for that, righty. And Cart Dude swearing in the chat, something Murph knows a thing or two about, having to approve those comments. And Senna's joined the party as well. Ayrton Senna there, the man
take away, Trev.
Finished in P. We've got our top 3 now, as we're going to start with our favourite Taswegian in Cart Dude. Talk us through your race tonight, Cart Dude. Well, the perfect start to a new season. You finished P1. Talk us through it.
Oh, holy shit. That was so hard. Yeah, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. But I was pretty much on Alan and around Senna-esque before the pit stops, but it looks like I might have got a little bit of an undercut on Alan, which that certainly helped my race. But yeah, it was a good race.
Good race. Just keep those comments coming in. It's looking like you are our driver of the day, Cart Dude, so congratulations for that. But does this win give you some confidence going forward? Well, Max doesn't need to finish in P1, does he, to get driver of the day, mate? But congratulations. And does this give you a good kickstart for the new season? 9 rounds to go, mate. Plenty of confidence going into the rest of the season?
Mate, anything can happen in KRL, mate, so who knows.
Good stuff. Thank you, Cart Dude. Enjoy the long weekend down there in Launceston. You know the rules. It's a long weekend. It is a day off, a public holiday tomorrow. And thank you for those. Keep those comments coming in. Well done, Cart Dude. Thanks, Voodoo, Suzuki as well, as we head to the man himself from Auckland in New Zealand. I speak of none other than Mighty Murph 51 when he's not swearing in the comment section of the live stream. He's finishing in P2. Murph, congratulations on P2 tonight. Talk us through your race.
Yeah. P2's good, but it does sting a little bit. I'm not sure it was so much the undercut that got me, well, that Brody got me, but it was more so people ignoring the blue flags. which, yeah.
Yep.
At least you didn't get a drive-through.
Wait, I saw that and I was like, JC's done this to try and look like a hero and try and come back and win.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, no. Usually I've always started on the left side, because whenever we've done practice, I've always got pole. So then I start on the right side. I know I've worked out there's this go point, but on the right side I can't see that go point, so I just went for it, and it must have been like a split second too early, and yeah. I'm like, you can see how far away I pulled off in the first 3 darts, because I was just peeking inside, but I was happy on the outside, so it was all good.
Hey, hang on, mate. Did you get PT? We're asking PT questions.
Alright, thank you.
Time to kick Brody from the party.
You've got the power. Alright, thanks for that, Mighty Murph. Congratulations, P2 tonight, and a good result to start your season as we welcome, how do you say this man's name, Wilco? Center-esque?
Mate, yeah, just say centre, that's fine.
Centre.
Centre F is right.
Ayrton Centre. And Ayrton Centre's back, mate. P3, congratulations. Perfect start to your season. And are you happy with the race tonight?
Not at all, mate. That was fucking shocking race.
I have never been so
I had,
fucked after a race.
I didn't have as much
That was
practice
just
as I really
ridiculous.
wanted, and didn't have my tyres up to temperature at the start. I thought it was going to be raining, like at the start of the race, because I looked at the menu. Apparently it wasn't raining, so yeah, my tyres are too cold. I forgot to put fuel in at the start, so I still only had 20 litres from
People
qualifying.
punting me.
So I had to do the early pit, and then
I got punted by Jimbo.
Yeah, I had to pit, fuel up. I put about 20 litres too much fuel in the car as well. And yeah, I'm surprised that I got
And
P3.
you still finished P3, mate. That's right.
Everyone else
Points on the board.
didn't have the greatest night either, obviously. Yeah, so
Well, you finished. You managed to get the top 3, mate. I know it's probably not what you were aiming for. Of course, if you don't win, you're the first of the losers, mate. But congratulations, classic stuff, and you finished P3 tonight.
Well, in his case, it was second of the losers.
second of the losers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just trying to get Rob to shut the fuck up there before was.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I had no idea somebody was talking. It's just flashing.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, great. That was great fun.
Thank you for that.
Catch you next week.
And before Jason stole my TV time, pole
Thank you.
sitter.
Yeah, mate, that was a lap.
Awesome, thanks for that.
That was a
Senna.
good lap.
And as the boys getting up and about, but Murphy, don't tell us you're not happy with the amount of stream time you're getting. What's going on there?
Well, there better be something in there.
No, mate, it was all about me. I was coming back to the field. Rob and I had a crash, and Jimbo and Rob and I had a crash.
Like 6 fucking times.
There we have it, Murph.
Let's wrap up Misano next week.
There we go. Misano next week in Italy for round 2 of this championship. That's been Tier 2 last night and Tier 1 tonight. It's been great to have everybody joining us. All the comments on the live stream. Big Shep says at the moment it's a long weekend. Every weekend being in lockdown. Lock up, lock down, whichever way you like it, Shep. Thank you, Big Al, for your comments. Kilroy says, great production again, guys. Well done. And we better get out of here quick, smart, because Dean McKinnon's joined the party. You might be hearing those impersonations I do. As Suzuki says, great commentary, guys. Absolutely loved it. Arigato gozaimasu to Suzuki123 tuning in all the way from Japan. We're almost out of time. Don't forget Misano next week from 8 p.m. Wednesday, Eastern Sydney time here on the Kid Buyers YouTube channel. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll catch you next week. Bye for now.